Hey y'all, Billy Thompson here. If you're looking to fix up your truck, figure out what that weird noise is, or just learn a thing or two about keeping your car running right, you've come to the right place. I keep it simple, straight up, and hands-on. Go ahead and give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get to work. Enough jawing, let's dive in.
Fault code P0819 sounds like shift switch up and down for transmission range correlation. Often, in OBD2 scanner software, the name may have the English spelling, up and down shift switch to transmission range correlation. Technical description and decoding of error P0819. This diagnostic fault code, DDC, is a generic transmission code. Error P0819 is considered a generic code as it applies to all vehicle makes and models. Although the specific repair steps may vary slightly depending on the model. The code stored in the vehicle means that the transmission control module, PCM, has detected a fault in the up and down range correlation during shifting. This type of fault only occurs in vehicles with automatic transmission. The sensor for the transmission range indicator is often incorporated into the neutral safety switch. The transmission range indicator is actuated by the gear lever shaft. The voltage signal is then fed to the PCM and the instrument panel control module, IPCM, which reflects the particular gear selected. The PCM monitors the various output signals from the engine and transmission to determine whether the transmission range display sensor is in the appropriate position. The PCM also monitors the voltage of the transmission range sensor circuit to ensure that it is within the set parameters. If the PCM detects a display and actual gear problem, or if the circuit voltage is outside the acceptable parameters, the code P0819 can be stored and the malfunction indicator light, MIL, will illuminate. It may take several ignition cycles, with a fault, for the MIL light to appear. Symptoms of malfunction. The main P0819 fault symptom for the driver is the illuminated MIL, malfunction indicator light. This is also referred to as the check engine or simply, check engine light. They can also manifest as, the check engine control lamp on the instrument panel will light up, the code will be stored as a fault. The gear indicator on the instrument panel or console does not work. The gear indicator shows an incorrect gear. The engine does not start when a gear is engaged. There may be no symptoms. The stored code P0819 indicates that a serious electrical problem or some kind of mechanical failure has occurred. In either case, the conditions that contributed to this type of stored code must be rectified as soon as possible. Causes of the error. The P0819 code could mean that one or more of the following problems have occurred: defective upshift-downshift switch, defective transmission range indication sensor, short circuit or open circuit in the transmission range indicator sensor circuit, faulty gear selection indicator. Sometimes the cause is a faulty PCM module or programming error. How to eliminate or clear fault code P0819. Some suggested steps for troubleshooting and correcting fault code P0819: connect an OBD2 scanner to the car's diagnostic connector and read all stored data and fault codes. Clear the fault codes, carry out a test drive and check whether fault P0819 appears again. Visually inspect the electrical cables and connectors. If necessary, repair or replace any short-circuited, broken, damaged or corroded components. Check the transmission range indicator sensor. Test the selected gear indicator. Check the battery, as some PCM and MTC modules are sensitive to low voltage. If the battery is low, the system can detect this as a fault. Check that the battery is supplying at least 12 volts and that the alternator is working correctly, at least 13 volts at idle. If the system circuits are okay, use a multimeter to check the upshift-downshift switch. Replace any switches whose tests do not meet the system specifications. Replacing the switch should solve the problem with error P0819. But don't forget the fuses either, as a blown fuse is a common problem. In which vehicles is this problem most common? The problem with the P0819 code can occur in a variety of cars, but there are always statistics on which this error occurs most frequently. Here's a list of some of them. In conclusion, understanding fault code P0819 is essential for diagnosing issues related to the up and down shift switch and its correlation with the transmission range. This code can indicate problems that affect vehicle performance and drivability, so addressing it promptly is crucial. Regular maintenance and timely diagnostics can help prevent more significant issues down the road. If you encounter this fault code, consult a professional to ensure your vehicle operates smoothly and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more informative content on automotive diagnostics.